think we'll go ahead and get started. We may have a couple of people come in a little late. That's okay. All right. Well, thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you for giving us your evenings to come and share, relay with us. Hope you guys enjoyed your summer. Y'all missed it? For those that may not know me, I think everybody knows me. My name is MJ Plaisance. I'm the event lead for the Terrebonne Parish event. I'm on my second year as event lead. My co-lead is Ms. Bernadette Montville. She'll be taking the reins of this event next year. She's heavily recruiting a co-lead. Everybody's interested. It's a 2-year term.
Saw all those hands go up.
On our event leadership team, we try to serve 2-year leadership positions for a couple of different reasons. Number one, people don't get burned out. Number two, new blood, new ideas coming through that way. And it doesn't mean it would go away. Maybe I wind up back on logistics or back doing something else, or back as co-lead again. I don't know. Whatever works, right? Y'all know Becky, who is our community manager. Becky Rose, our community manager, staff partner with the ACS. Ed Smith's our social media, anything to do with this computer. I don't want to miss people, but Maria is our ACS kid. She'll be able to speak to you in a little while. Who's David's one of our team ambassadors in the back. Andrew's been on the ELT for a while. So, anyway, y'all ready to get started? We had an awesome event last year. We had our challenges, right? We had rain, right? A couple of umbrellas were needed. But at the end of the day, one of the things we talked about earlier today was what was so cool is, despite that adversity with that rain, when it was time, the teams, the participants, I think people that weren't even part of the team, just pulled together. They got those open iron bags back in shape, whether they stood up and they could drive, whether they needed to be replaced. And I was overwhelmed. And I'm still a little overwhelmed. I still get chills when I think about it. When I saw people just saying, we're going to make this, we're going to make it work, it's going to be okay. We started a little late. That was okay too. Nobody seemed to be
making money before that.
Making money at that time, right? So it was awesome. And we'll kind of do a little year in review here in a minute. This is our agenda for tonight. Try to keep it as close to an hour as we can. The evening meeting gives us a little bit of flexibility. The lunch meeting, we really try to stay on point. But we'll do a little review. We'll kind of talk to you about your relay moments. We'll go over our social media publicity, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Any new team captains? New team captains?
New team, old captain.
Seasoned captain.
Last year, so she pulled the reins, at least Clark and I went to new school.
And y'all are new, right? Are you new to relay or just new team captain? You've been around, you know a little bit about it. Awesome. Well, thank y'all for coming. We'll talk about team ambassadors and what that means to new team captains and new teams. We're going to give us a little talk about ACS Can, and of course, fundraising. It's really important. We got some teams already registered. I hope you guys have done that. If you haven't, registration opened up Tuesday, so we're in our new year, our event season. We'll talk about fundraising, and like I said, fundraising isn't all that we do, but all that we do is a result of fundraising. So it's really important. So let's talk about our year in review. What exactly did we do last year? We had over 100 teams that participated. Remember, we had the new structure with teams where typically that could have been 140, 150 teams, but with the new structure, and we'll talk to you today about the opportunity to go back to the old way. If you'd like to, there's some advantages to doing that, or you can still stay with multiple people, more than 15 people on your team. But we have over 100 teams that participated last year, right on with what we anticipated. We had close to 2,000 participants. These are people signed up online as participants in teams, a little over, closer to 1,900. I like to round things up. It looks better. We know we had over 9,000 people attend our event, which is awesome, considering the weather and what could have happened, you know. Typically, I think the year before that, we averaged between 10 and 12,000. It's hard to get a good count, but the police do a good job of that. Something really, really exciting, shouldn't surprise anybody. We are one of the top performing events. We are the top performing event in the state of Louisiana. Once again, we've held this title now for probably 4 or 5 years in dollars raised. However, this year, we slid up a notch in the Mid-South Division. We are now the second largest event in the Mid-South Division, which, if you don't know what that encompasses, it's Tennessee, part of Kentucky, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Louisiana. So your event is the second largest event in the Mid-South Division. And I don't know the national ranking. I didn't see it specific, but I know 2 years ago we were in the top 25. So I know for sure we're probably in the 15 in the nation. And so what did we do? At the end of the day, you guys raised $470,000 last year. That is
In the rain.
in the rain. In the rain. You guys did $141,000 event night. That's unheard of. That's unheard of. It's better than what we did last year. And of course, these numbers are better. We're one of the events that continue to see the trend going in the right direction. There are a lot of events that unfortunately don't see that, but we're getting turned around. So this is awesome. Hats off to you. And we're already on a great start. We have 18 teams already signed up. We already posted $1,500 to our website. Teams are raising money.
If you have money, I'll take it tonight and turn it in, of course.
Bernadette will take your money.
I'll take it.
Talk about really moments. What did you see at our event this past year that gave you that wow factor or that wow, that's pretty cool? Or what did you see that
That's when the
that used to be a mainstay at the relay. It was like you knew the relay didn't want to play the bagpipes. And then we kind of got away from it, and we at our event brought it back last year. It'll be back.
And it was
It'll be
back
back again. It's
It was awesome.
bagpipes are pretty awesome.
I love the screen
The
on
screen.
the Civic Center. That was really good. I thought that was a great kind of, because you can see it everywhere. I thought that was a great,
Awesome.
great thing.
One of the things we did with that was we went outside the box and we tried something new. It wasn't just the normal luminary ceremony with the same songs and the same old, right? We tried something new. We felt like it went over well. The songs themselves were phenomenal. The video, being able to see the words. The improvement opportunity that comes with that is if you saw the Hope sign up on the building, right? And the fireworks were over here. It was kind of like, oh, shoot. So this year we're working on that. So we'll only have to look in one place and see it all.
I have enough, well, having the same thing, that people can't look up, maybe towards the stage, having a smaller projector,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the stage.
kind of going
The
along
same
with
thing,
Right,
you see what I'm saying?
yeah, exactly.
Said the
That's
same
kind of
thing
what we're
on the
working
stage and on the,
Trying to make it where you just look in one direction and you see the screen and the fireworks behind it. So any creativity people, production people. Anything else?
Doing 3 hours of work in 30 minutes.
3 hours of work, 30 minutes, and then rain stopped, just bringing it all together, right?
Yeah, or-
Yeah.
Everybody came together, people.
It was the most amazing.
Cause I got both my whole team, but
At lunch, somebody said that they thought one of the coolest things was when you thank the rain finally stopped. And it's got a huge, and the rain girl came out, and they were like, that was a sign that, hey, this is gonna be okay. Right? It was fighting for a while. It was, that's right. Awesome, any other moments you want to share?
I thought the little bras that you threw the ping pong balls in was the most creative thing ever.
That was
They struggled with that.
They really struggled doing it. They weren't sure, but they were.
We had this is our second year. I'm over here before, and they got pitched by one of the female relay people on our team. And we kind of stood on the back running, wasn't sure how I was going to approach everybody, so that's why we actually had it.
Thought it was a great idea, plus, that was one of the only games for kids to play, because everyone had pulled out. So, I give my kids $20 because they think, hey, it's free rain time, because it's a safe thing, and you can only throw so many ping pong balls in a bra.
I tell you what, the little kids, they had these two little kids, and actually one of them did win one of the raffles, and they can't pick it up. They must have spent about $45.
Well, I'll tell you, I did see that same game at another event.
Yeah, see, we kind of backtracked and we had a whole bunch of stuff happen with some family members that my brother-in-law's mom got diagnosed with breast cancer, so that's why I kind of pushed the issue a little more. This past weekend, one of our other teammates members, his mom passed away from brain cancer, so he's actually off right now from dealing with that.
So, they struggle with it because they thought people would get offended with it.
And that's why I said that if you're ever unsure, if you're ever unsure about something like that, contact me or contact Becky or one of us. I go to, multiple events every year. I see a lot, I try to steal all their ideas. And I have some here, I have some here in Pinterest. But when we get to the fundraising brainstorm, I have a couple of cool ideas.
Ask him about Snapchat, too.
I created some of them.
Before we move on to social media, can anybody guess what our national theme is? Paint your world purple. Every year ACS comes up with a national theme. We've done Finish the Fight. We never lose a national theme. It stays with us. It means something. So we're in this to finish the fight. And our challenge now is to paint the world purple. Relay has gone global. We're in, I think it's 23 countries outside the United States. And for the first time in Relay's life, the sun never sets on the relay. At some point in time, there's a relay event going at some point in time around the world. And it's going to continue to grow. We have over 6,000 events now. We're over 5,000 in the US. So we're going to paint the world purple when we start painting. Here, our event, our participants. You see this a lot. Not necessarily the theme for our event. Our event theme this year is movies. We haven't got the wording yet, but movies is our theme, so you can start thinking creativity about movies. We always like to remind people that all movies are acceptable except, you don't want to do 50 Shades. Unless you want to do 50 Shades of Purple. Family-oriented event. So as you pick your movie themes, let's keep that in mind. And you can see this is a cool little pin that I got at National or something that has a little paintbrush purple. So we started this campaign several months ago. Are y'all off this summer? I was still related.
I'm the social media person, the online person. I do everything with the website, everything with all the social media. My job is to basically take your information and try to spread it out as much as possible. So, already picked up, I think it's in your packet here. I call it the Spread Your Word sheet. But basically, it's all of our social media websites on there. It also has my email address, which is rflterrebonne@gmail.com. So if you can't remember, mj101-961@hotmail.com, which always was our members, so I have to do it sometimes, but if you
I just
can't
typed in
remember that,
Jane.
you can remember rflterrebonne@gmail.com. You can send me an email or anybody that's on the ELT, and I can get them that information. That's for Bernadette, Becky, Nick, whoever. I'm looking for an Instagrammer, if you know of anybody who does Instagram.
I'll volunteer
well.
MJ to do that for you.
But I can't hear it. YouTube, Facebook, we're trying to get as many social media platforms as we can, because not everybody does the same thing. So I think the older folks are now moving to Facebook, and now we're going to find how to engage the younger folks. So we're trying to do whatever we can with that.
He's talking about us again.
You see the older people, what do you call it, KTV?
Snapchat.
Wait, what?
Snapchat, as in you fish. Snapper chat.
While we were in national, somebody on another team, she was doing Snapchat. And he goes, Snapper chat. No, it's not Snapper chat.
Well, why do you need it? I said, don't you Facebook your friends and text your friends? And she said, yeah. I said, so what are you doing on Snapchat? And she said, well, I'm talking to my friends. How many times do you talk to them? But apparently it's pictures.
Yeah, pictures, videos, live chat.
Yeah.
Face to face.
Unless you do it, you don't really know what it's all about.
And I don't do it.
So also included in your packet is instructions on how to join the website. We have 18 teams already joined up since the official rollout was yesterday. It actually was available on first. The official rollout was yesterday to make sure all the bugs were out, and we already had 18 teams signed up. So my suggestion is once you sign up, send your link to your team to all your other teammates, and they'll use that link. That's probably the easiest way to get the team to join. We may have a contest later on toward the end of the year to try to get more and more people signed up by the end of the year. So we have about 50% of the teams are wait till close to the event to sign up. So if you're not already signed up, please do so. If you have any questions, we've already had a couple of people that had some problems signing up. The main thing is each person that's on your team has to have their own email address. No longer can all your teammates have the same email address. It doesn't work no more. They won't let you do that when you try to sign up. It gets all kinds of issues. So if you run into that issue, send me an email, call me. I do have a card if anybody wants my contact information. One thing I wanted to, I just a lot of time talk about the opportunity to go to the national conference thanks to the relay. And you guys do not realize what you guys have here on an event level compared to 50,000 events, 5,000 events nationwide. And you go to some of these meetings and these events are struggling, and like, we do that already. We've done that already, and we're like leading the example. So it's really humbling to go to a national event to see right here in South Louisiana, Terrebonne Parish, and how we're leading the way to end cancer. And just, it gives me chills thinking about it. Just to be there, to know how blessed we are to have such a good event. I want to say that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So a lot of different ways to connect, stay connected, and let us help you with your fundraising. Let us get it out on Facebook, get it on our website, and whatever we do. Don't keep it a secret. Bernadette's going to come up and talk a little bit about team ambassadors. I think they have mostly seasoned teams in here, so we'd like to let you know that it's available.
An ambassador is a person that helps you as a team captain, and I have a perfect example, they don't even know it. Bridget and Sherry. Sherry's starting a brand new team in LaCache. Bridget's a brand new team captain in this pro. I probably don't have to assign either one of them an ambassador. They're probably going to be ambassadors for each other. So some of you might already have a person in mind that's been helping you, we just haven't proclaimed them as an ambassador. But if not, if you need help, call, text, email one of us, and we will assign an ambassador to you. Denise David is one of our ambassadors here. The other ambassadors are Morgan Tomplay, Elena Leday, and Ruby LaCointe. But all of us are ambassadors. But if you're a veteran captain, you have to help other teams. So if you feel like you need an ambassador, just talk to me after the meeting and ask one-on-one or whatever.
ACS CAN is the advocacy side of our Relay for Life, ACS movement, and for a few years, we didn't have anyone really dedicated to deliver a mission. And what came out of ACS CAN on the political side of Washington, trying to get funds for grants and stuff like that. This is Maria's second year with us. She joined us about mid-year last year. So I'm gonna let her get up and tell you a little bit about ACS CAN and where those dollars go and what are the great things that we get out of that as well.
Hi, in the back, there was a packet, it looks like this on the front. This explains ACS CAN. As MJ said, it is a part of American Cancer Society, but it's the part that advocates for legislation to be passed and advocates for funding from the federal government. The federal government is the top funder for cancer research. So it's important that we have members in ACS CAN to help push for that type of funding, to help the lobbyists to push for legislation to pass so that we can get the grants for cancer research. Our goal for our event is to have 40 people registered as an ACS CAN member under our event's name. On this paper, there is a website that you can register, but we ask that you don't use that because then our event will not get credit for it. I do have forms here if you want some to give to some of your team members or if you want to sign up. It's a $10 yearly fee. If you decide to do more, you can. If you do the $20 donation, it's your $10 membership, plus you get a neat little keychain that says ACS CAN in the mail. So if anyone is interested, please let me know if you want some flyers to give to your teams. I have some extra flyers. ACS CAN, like I said, helps to get the funding from the federal government. It also helps to push legislation. So like our smoke-free restaurant, ACS CAN helps push those laws into effect. So it's important that we try and join that organization so that we can help to push for that legislation. If not, we would not have the amount of money we do for cancer research. And in fact, it's on here. Or is it on the other one? It's on the other one. Sorry. On this form, on the back, since 1946, they've actually given about $4 billion in cancer. So, ACS CAN helps with that. Anyone interested? Let me know. You can photocopy this. You can give us the forms back in the next meeting for the money, and then so that our event gets credit for ACS CAN members.
$10 a year, you're gonna get emails that kind of keep you up to date with what's happening on that side of the world. And from time to time, they have petitions that they want to send to your local legislators and representatives, and as it deals with cancer objectives and research dollars, and you have an opportunity to have a voice through ACS CAN by filling out your information on the petition, and they pre-print this for you, so you just fill it out and send them in. Maria mentioned that the federal government is the #1 provider of research grants in the fight against cancer. You'd like to tell them who the #2 provider is? ACS. As a result of the second largest provider for research and other services, patient services for cancer patients. And through ACS and its funding, we actually had 47 Nobel Prize winners come out of our grant funding research against, on fighting against cancer. So it's really, really good. Now we're gonna get to some fun stuff. Becky gets to come in and tell us all about these fundraising opportunities to help you get kick-started and some things we have coming up, and then we'll kind of go over some of those cool ideas we stole from other events.
Thank you, MJ. Okay, did everybody get an opportunity to collect the flyers on the back table when you walked in? We're gonna start off with this one. This is the kind of get you jump started fundraising, fundraiser that's going on for the fall. This particular fundraiser, it's called the Southern fundraiser shirt, challenge shirt. Basically, the way it works is for any team, number 15, your first 15 members that sign up. MJ kind of touched a little bit a minute ago on how, we used to do where a team consisted of 8 to 15 people, and then once you hit that 16th person, you automatically went into a second team. They did away with that over the last year or two, and they encouraged teams, you can have 30 people, 40 people, 50 people on a team, you had one team. Well, with this new fundraising that they're putting, last year we had a couple of issues with the fall. It was called football challenge shirts last year. And, some team members were sad because they weren't one of the first 15 to sign up, and so therefore they didn't get a shirt. And so what we're encouraging our teams to do, especially our larger teams that fundraise quite a bit in the fall, if you think that you're going to have more than 15 team members, number one, and number two, you have the potential to raise $3,000 by November 15th, then create 2 teams. Because then the potential is there for you to get 30 shirts, okay? 15 for each team. So if you don't have that potential, stick with the one team, raise your $1,500, and you'll get the 15 shirts. And this one ends on November 15th, okay?
We had a good question at lunch on this, and the question was, if I create 2 teams, will all of my money still go to one team as opposed to standpoint and level and answer to that share? So you can create a second team and take advantage of the shirts. Money still goes to that one team to be listed every single level. Go with that.
Right. 3 teams. And even though there are 3 different teams and the money was posted to 3 different teams, Terre Haute High School collectively raised, it's all 3 teams together. So, so when it comes to prizes and incentives and all those types of things, it's as one team. So, any questions about the Southern shirt? All right, the next one is the Houndstooth shirt. We did this one last year. This is an individual team fundraiser for you guys, for your teams. Basically, there's 3 sheets there. The first one is the instructions on how it works. And then there's a short sleeve shirt order form and a long sleeve shirt order form. The order dates are at the top of the sheet. Basically, you place your orders on the 1st through the 15th of each month, beginning this month in September, going for December. You cannot place an order for shirts on the 16th through the 30th or 31st, because what they do is they actually fill the orders for the orders that come in the 1st through the 15th. These orders are shipped, let me back up a little bit. On this one,
3-page handout.
on this one, the shirts will be shipped to the staff. Okay, so last year we had some issues with the football challengers. They went all over creation. They went to businesses. They went to people's houses. They went everywhere. These will be shipped to the staff. Once your team hits the 1,500 and gets the 15 team members, they're going to ship to me directly, and I will deliver those to the teams. Okay. So for the Houndstooth shirts, basically this is your own team fundraiser. And you sell, your team gets about $7 to $8 a shirt. Is what the average. So we had 150, within how many shirts you sell, that is a significant fundraiser for your team. The teams loved doing it. it was, it's a fairly simple process. I think the biggest struggle that some teams have is you have to have 25 orders to place the order, 25 shirt orders. The question came up at lunch, can you combine long sleeve and short sleeve? Absolutely. As long as your total on lawn is 25 shirts, you can place your order, okay? The other thing is, it does require you as a team captain, let's say you're the team captain and you're heading up the sales of the shirts and you're going online and placing an order. It does require you to put a credit card in to secure the order, for the order to be placed. What happens is they process the shirt order, they ship it to you, and they send you an invoice for the total amount. You have that option to pay that invoice within 2 weeks. If you pay it with a check, you pay the invoice, then your credit card never gets charged. If you don't pay the invoice with the check, that's when your credit card would get charged for the shirts, okay? Another thing that they're allowing a little bit different this year, they don't like it and they don't prefer it this way, however, they are allowing it, is if you have team members who want to order a shirt, or family or friends or whoever, and they say, well, I want to make the check out to the company, they can do that. You have the option, when you pay your invoice, you can now pay your invoice with multiple checks, if that's what you need to do. As long as the total of all the checks equals the amount of the order, that's perfectly fine. As long as the checks are made out to Houndstooth. They cannot be made out to the ACS, they cannot be made out to the Life, they cannot be made out to cash. Okay? Any questions? I didn't want to. Yeah, I think everybody loved them.
I'm trying to experience last year, like I was kind of hesitant, like, oh, I'm not gonna sell 25 shirts. And for the last bar, we teamed up with another team, and then people started seeing them. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's like, it was the last bar. So
Yeah.
we're definitely doing the first bar.
So-
People can see them and do it themselves.
Right, so that'll go through December 15th, so the first week of 15th of each month. So that's a great fall fundraising opportunity for teams as well. The next thing is celebrity waiter.
Real quick on that, if for some reason you don't get 25, if you have 5 shirts, 10 shirts, 15 shirts, contact us, we will put your order together with another person, so that we can make sure we don't want you to lose that, so we'll figure that out. Correct. And
The ones you sell, right.
Exactly.
I don't know how many of you guys were able to attend last year. It was our first year doing Celebrity Waiter. We raised about $7,000 last year. This year, the ACS has upped the sponsorship for a table on a national level, and we're going to follow suit with what the norm is. Basically, it's $1,000 to reserve your table this year. That's a reservation for 10 chairs at the table, and that includes their meal and entertainment for the evening. You as a team can reserve your own table. If you've already been doing football pools and you've already done fundraising and you have $1,000, if you're saying as a team, I know somebody that I have as a celebrity waiter and I want to reserve my table, as soon as you turn that money in, you let us know that you want a table. There's a 15 limit table, so basically it's 150. At teams, if you pay your $1,000 sponsorship for your table and you have your table set, you are going to be given 8 tickets that you can go out and sell for $20 a ticket to family, friends, whoever you want to invite to come to the event. Okay? So you pay your sponsorship, you secure your table. If you say, hey, I want 8 tickets, you will get 8 tickets. You go out and sell those for $20 a piece. All of that is fundraising for your team. Okay, so for every $20 ticket you sell all 8, that's another $160 going to your team. Okay, another part of the fundraising for that night is, your celebrity waiter or tips. So the people that are seated at the table are going to be tipping celebrity waiter. There was a lot of creative, really crazy things that came out last year at the celebrity waiter event. I mean, people paid a guy to ride on a broomstick around the room.
They stole utensils, they had to pay to get their utensils back. It was a really fun time.
They stole chairs.
Yeah, stole chairs, I mean, it's just whatever creative thing that your waiter can come up with to raise money, that's basically what it's about. We're incorporating a Night of Hope concept to the event this year, and that's something else that, on the national level, they've asked us to do. So there will be a luminary ceremony incorporated with it this year. Once you pay your $1,000 for your table, there will be a luminary bag set and a yearly giveaway set at all those 10 spots on those tables. People will have the opportunity to decorate their luminary bags and come in for dinner. And those are the bags that we're going to use for the ceremony that evening. So that's another great thing that we're incorporating into it. How you get your $1,000 for your table is entirely up to you. If it's your team that's fundraising and you're using fundraising dollars, it goes with your team. If you have someone that that owns a business or a local politician or whomever,
Or sell the 10 chairs for $100 a piece.
sell the 10 chairs for $100 a piece. However you want to come up with a way to raise your $1,000 to secure your table is entirely up to you. It could be sponsored by a company, however you want to do it. Like I said, there is a limit of 15. We have seen quite a bit of interest already, so I'm pretty excited about that. The Plantation Inn on Tunnel Boulevard is located. It's going to be on Thursday, October the 8th at 6:30 in the evening. It's going to be a cash bar. And we're going to have a set menu. The plates will be plated in the back by the Plantation Inn staff, and the celebrity waiters will go grab the trays of food already plated and deliver them to their tables.
If we can manage it logistically, we also want to have those waiters serve guests.
Right. If it's
The 8 tickets that you sell, if we can manage that logistically where it doesn't pull the waiter away from the activity too much, because he or she can collect more tips from the guests as well. Because we encourage guest participation. The main activities will be 15 tables.
Are they yes?
No, that's okay. I'm not a teacher, she's a teacher.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. And challenging the waiter is whatever you come up with.
And then, like they said in the last meeting we had, the waiter could always pay so much more to not have to do it.
Yeah.
Like a truth or dare type.
It's the same thing like.
So I rated it.
Oh, we know y'all.
They had people who paid money to have the council members, Orlando Williams and Emma Loves, get up and do a wobble.
Yeah.
If you can get your politicians to get up and wobble with everybody, it's just, it's fun. It's fun, and it's all with spirit. So anyway, that's another fundraising opportunity for you as teams.
And real quick, as Becky's saying, each of these that you do, with the exception of this one, which is unique again, right? If you get a celebrity waiter, that's $1,000 towards your $1,500 that qualify you for this, and you're only $500 away. Not including what you can collect that night. You can feasibly on this event get qualified for insurance.
If you participate in Celebrity Waiter, you can have your $1,500, you qualify for your shirts a month before the cutoff time,
Right.
basically. Okay, any questions about Celebrity Waiter?
No, but your upcoming meeting list is on
Right.
the same night as.
Right.
Yeah, that's not
I just said that, Denise pointed that out to me at lunchtime. This is what happened with that, just real quickly. We originally had Celebrity Waiter set on Saturday, September the 26th. And we thought we had it already planned out. LSU was gonna be all the way in New York playing, and the Saints are playing away on Sunday. And so we were looking to do it on the weekend and do it, when it didn't interfere with football. Well, we ended up finding out after the fact that it's the best way to use it. And we really don't want to compete with something that big in the community. So we got the Plantation in. we decided to move it to a Thursday evening because our community does start celebrating their weekend on Thursday evenings a lot of times, you know. So I moved it to a Thursday evening and didn't realize that the team captain meeting was already set for that day. So what we're thinking about doing is probably just doing away with 3:45 in this meeting on that one day. You know, so basically we would have as many people that can make it to the noon team captain meeting, that's what we would do. And then we would have our celebrity waiter event that night.
If we do that, I'm gonna take real good notes at that noon meeting, and I'll make sure I'll email out to all team captains so that you didn't miss anything, you know, because we know a lot of people just can't come to that noon meeting.
It's also, as you may or may not have noticed, these meetings are recorded on noon at 5:30 in Google Plus. So the meetings will be available online if you can't make the meeting. So,
You can watch it out.
just FYI.
All right, so the last fall fundraising opportunity is called Stick a Fork in Cancer. This is actually a statewide campaign that all Relay for Life events are doing across the state. It's going to be the week of November 9th through November 13th. And basically what the concept is you as teams go out, you solicit restaurants that you know or you're familiar with, and see if they want to participate in Stick a Fork in Cancer. And so they do kind of like these does not donate. You know, you can go on a certain night, TC for the last week, and you get the flyers. The only difference is you don't have to have flyers for these events. You know, it's going to be something that the restaurant actually commits to. They actually fill out this form as a commitment to participating. You send a sheet, and you're going to turn these sheets back into me so that I can fax them into the ACS office. The ACS office is actually going to keep track of all the routes that are participating in our community, and that's how we're going to get the money for our event. So we're asking you as teams to solicit the restaurants, even though it's not necessarily a direct team fundraiser, it is an event fundraiser, and we certainly want to try to get as many restaurants to participate as what we possibly can. You know, Texas Roadhouse just did a month-long fundraiser for us for the entire month of August, and I don't have the numbers yet, but I think they did a very good job. So, you know, Applebee's, New Orleans Hamburger and Seafood does it already. Texas Roadhouse, Hooters is one of our sponsors. I have no doubt that Joe at Hooters is going to say, "Yeah, I'll do at least one day," you know, and donate the proceeds. You know, if they want to do it all week, great. But if they just agree to one, that would be absolutely perfect. So, if y'all could help us with those, that would be greatly appreciated.
Like hometown,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a change.
it doesn't have to be a national
No.
chain.
No,
That's why the paperwork has to be back to
right.
Okay, 'cause I'm,
Yeah, no, privately, yeah. Okay, so I told you we have a little fundraising brainstorm. A couple of things I think that were pretty cool. Yeah, I put this one up here. This one's the one that just expressed me the most. And if I was better at PowerPoint, this would say penny full, but it would drop down here and I'd lose up on it already. Penny full is clean. So the penny pool is, and every team can do this. You can do it multiple times. Don't feel bad if another team's doing a penny pool. You want to do one too. Penny pool is you get 100 pennies and you label them, mark them some kind of way, 1 to 100. Okay. You get a really nice prize. You want something well over worth $100. And the reason why is if you come up to somebody and I say, "Hey Maria, I have this cool Yeti ice chest, $350 ice chest." I will never own it unless I win it. And she says, "Well, how much are your chances of?" I'll say, "Well, that's up to you." You could pay $1, or you could pay $100 for a chance. Whatever penny they pull is what they pay you that chance. And that penny comes out the back. So what's cool about that, make sure that they know you could cost you up to $100. Make sure they can pay $100 if they sold $100. Unless you want to be nice and let them pull again, that's up to you. But they could also get a chance for $1 or $6 or $20, whatever. We did the math, I misspoke earlier, I was saying something like, well, you, yeah, this way. It's a lot. It probably has to be at least worth $100. Now, you could change that denomination if you choose to. You again, take a calculator, figure out what you make, and go a penny to $1 if you wanted to. I don't know. Figure out the ways to go, but the penny pool is just so cool because everybody gets a chance for the same prize, but they pay the price for that chance. You could go 1 to 50, I guess. If you want to. It doesn't have to be 100. But at the $1 to 100, you're able to $5,000. So that's one. Another one that actually was out on the website or Pinterest.
He's getting so good.
Is this little deal where your goal is to fill all the slots. And so what you do is you make all of this purple. And it has different things. I want to give $5 just because. It is open ones, $2 for, and they get the right input for. Here's $11, $1 for someone fighting cancer. And you just go sell all the little spots on here, and your goal is to turn purple, right? And then that's it. You make, it's $100. It's $100. I mean, how easy is that, you know? And this also falls in line with the theme, depending on what purple. You can tell each person that does this, you're now purple. Purple team. So, I don't know how you guys might be. When you do fundraisers, think outside. But think outside the box. You guys were about, you know, how's this going to go? People throwing ping pong balls, draw, as apparently, you know, that's not. There's a good possibility someone's done and didn't have a whole lot of problems. Again, I talked about earlier that, you know, fundraising isn't all we do, but all we do is a result. It's really important. Last year was so successful because we started early. So we started early again this year. It really gives you a kickstart. These fall fundraisers are designed to get the teams kicked off and get them started. Any questions? Besides her? Oh, yeah, there's another
Yeah.
Loon
Besides her, oh, yeah.
Another fundraising opportunity. Remember, also keep in mind, sponsorship, any sponsorship dollar you get goes to your team. That's something we started, I think, last year. A couple of years ago, we started with Luminar bag sales to go to your team totals. We want to do everything to get the team totals up to those incentive prizes. This year, we're going to give you some cool opportunities. We're going to have our normal Luminary bag that you can get in honor of, in memory of. But we want to do a real push this year for our caregivers. You know, cancer, when a person is diagnosed, it doesn't affect the family, the life, it spreads out. Caregivers are so important to a cancer patient's recovery, to their care, and probably one of the more positive people in their life. So this year we're going to offer a Luminar bag specifically for caregivers. So we do this purple bag, it's $10 just like the white, with Luminar specific to caregivers. We're also bringing some other Luminar bags that are like a higher price range, from and we're going to go all the way up to Luminary. There's a Luminary stands about this big. It's a box. Like I said, I don't know how many cameras I'm putting in to light it up. Probably catch on fire. But anyway, it's a box. I think those are going to go for like $100. So we give you all these Luminary options, and when we set our track up, we'll have all these spaced out like that as well. So again, goes to your team total. It's thinking outside the box. It's doing something different, not just having the same old thing.
So waterproof?
Not yet.
We don't need them to be. We know how to cover plastic now. Very good. We have a plan. We have plenty of codes.
Not all right.
That's right. Any other questions?
We just
Oh,
want to thank y'all for coming, giving us
there's a fundraiser. Oh, last fundraiser is going on.
Blair.
Okay.
$30 square, $30 payout per quarter.
You still have some.
Then we have 11 square left for a high performer.
Eleven squares has got the form.
I don't think-
She's
That's what I'm talking about, politician.
We're on home game.
I think she can pay more. Well, we support
$10 a square, and we give $100 a square.
So $10 a square, $100. It's by game. Okay, that's fine. So you can keep selling them out. Maybe I'll sell out your first game yet? Yes, y'all own it. But you have some down the road, right? You guys have anything on?
Yeah, we have a car wash going on that it's September 19th, and we're selling tickets for $5 a ticket.
Okay.
Where y'all watching at?
South Louisiana.
Something in Bengals?
Yes.
All of them or just a ton?
Okay.
If y'all have a flyer and y'all get that to us, and we'll be happy to post that on the event webpage and Facebook for you to promote it.
I'm gonna try to do an event, like for every fundraiser that I can, to show up on people's calendars so they'll be reminded about it. So try to get it to me as early as you can, and if you have any pictures, or if you did it last year and you got a picture from last year, just send that, wherever you can, we'll try to help you.
What else? Anything else?
I like my coffee.
I know in October, as our KCs, we always know how to cook.
Later. Well, I think we're later on this month, but I'm not.
She's got a team.
She has her own team. She also is on our leadership team, our committee. She's having a fundraiser this Saturday, September 5th, from 9 to 1. She's got a lemonade stand going on. But she also told me today she's going to have brownies.
That's
And
the
Rice
right there.
Krispies. So from 9 to 1, it's 526 Prevost Drive. And I was informed today, she has her own webpage. So if you can't make it to the limit, I'm 53, so I'm on the webpage. She's 6. If you can't make it to her event, you can go online and donate to it. Okay, so if you can't go by and get lemonade and brownies and Rice Krispie treats, I asked for cheeseburger, she said no. But anyway, she's sponsoring that this weekend. Anything else? Any other fundraising? All right. I told you earlier that cancer doesn't sleep, and neither does relay. This is just a graphic of where Relay for Life events are across the globe. Of course, you can see the United States. It's pretty much filling in Canada. But, cancer doesn't discriminate. So we want to make sure that we go global and that we make sure that everybody is in this fight and helping us to paint the world purple. I have a little bit of information I want to give you, then I have a video I'd like to show you. It's not very long. It's pretty impactful. I've had several people come up to me, and you see my email and my little signature line, and they say, congratulations, we noticed that you're on the Mid-South Division leadership team, which I am. I've been blessed to be asked to participate in that. So I'm the co-lead for the Mid-South Division leadership team. I'm also a member of the National Relay leadership team. I want to make sure you understand something. Terrebonne Parish is my event. Committed. This is the event that for the last 10 years I've been involved with. And while you may see me all over the place, across the country here and there, the roots are here. The roots are here, the team members, all of this. We'll always be focused on this event. And I got to tell you a little story. One technical bus. I was having a break now. Just have a little bit. And because I just came back from Birmingham and I was, all focused on the division and the national level. And I sat at my desk one day and I said, I'm not feeling terrible. So I reached out to my two favorite ladies, so that was my wife, Becky and Bernadette. I said, I need a hug. I said, can we have lunch tomorrow? Becky was in some training in New Orleans. So Bernadette came and we did sit down with Bernadette. I felt so much better. And I knew it was on track and I was able to put this together. And I said, okay, I'm back. So I just want you to know, when you feel disconnected as a team captain, you feel overwhelmed, go reach out to somebody and let them bring you back in. It really does work. Reach out to me. I'll do my best. All right, let me show you this video. Oh, could I forget? Before I show you this video. There's been something in relay that we've been wishing for a long, long time. And I always said, if I could only get one company in Terrebonne Parish. By the way, the one team in this division that raises more money than us is a little small team. I think they might have 20 or 30 teams in the event in Decatur, Alabama. But they have one company called Nucor Steel, and their team alone raises $400,000. Just the team.
But that's okay. That's all right.
But one of the ways they do it is they do relay independent. The company allows employees to sign up and donate $1 a paycheck, $5 a paycheck. That's one of their biggest. Now they're the biggest employer in Decatur, Alabama. So it works. Well, we said it's going to be one. That's right. Our police sponsor last year, Shamrock Energy, signed up with us about a month ago.
They started September 1st.
They started September 1st with Relay Independent. They're a huge company, do a lot of off-field production work. And then we had a company that moved into our parish from a neighboring parish called Danos, who is also committed to doing Relay Independent. The two companies combined, 2,400 employees. Think about that. If they each do $1 and they get paid once a week, it's just phenomenal. And if it goes to their team, it goes to our event, so guess what? Decatur, Alabama? Watch out. All right, let's get this video on. Don't see nothing.
You touched it.
Move my mouse or this one? That mouse. This one. Ah, that's right. That's right. Look, see what's in that. Here.
Look at my total number of murders over the years. I should be on the FBI's most wanted list. But I'm not. LOL, JK, smiley face. They always seem to miss me. I hide in the dust of your skin. No doctor can find where I begin. There's more years than those who died on 9/11. You can be 5 or 77. I will still take your life as mine. Like hair, health, and time. But hey, don't commit the crime of prejudice. You can be black, white, gay, Christian, or Buddhist, or enslave all that exists. I have 100 types of transformations. I make millions go through radiation. I wrote somewhere in the margin of about $50 billion. And I don't know about you, but that sounds like a white collar job to me. Blind to the eye to see you cannot stop me. You hear my name, I make your tongue go lame when you're in the doctor's office with your wife. Spews a ton of strife with your 5-year-old son. He spews a ton of blood as an offering to me. Cannot stop me. I will 30 of your lives into my palm. And whether I make it so you can't go to your prom or I kill your mom, you still cannot stop me. The riddle that doesn't have an answer, you cannot stop cancer. But we can. You see, it started with a man who had enough of the general consensus, so he had a relentless idea. He wasn't just going to say cancer to be done, so he got up and he began to run. And as he did, so did our chance for a cure. Now over 5,000 communities are making the opportunity to come into unity for 12 hours. I know it's tough. But remember, we have cancer, it doesn't have us. We fight for the ones that can't fight for themselves. We fight for the ones that put their lives on the show. We may have cancer, but we also have hope. And remember, we may have to deal with cancer, but cancer also has to deal with us. By the time I'm through, 36 people will be too. A lot for survivors, a lot for memories. None of this will do anything if we are complacent. So I say we do something that's a little bit more permanent. You can pull it all-nighter with your friends and some Mary Jane, but you can't do the same for someone who doesn't have a functional brain. I say we actually have a really for life instead of a social gathering for life. And yes, that'll mean you actually have to do some exercise, but how would they do that? Because I have a friend in heaven right now because of this monster. I don't know if you believe in God or not. I know you believe in cancer. I'm gonna fight until there's a cure. You'll see my face at relay. I bet you see yours.
Pretty good. Thank you all for coming tonight, and thank you all for joining us in this fight. Let's go. Thank you.